Well, alright, this was the game I had lined up to review anyway, but what the fuck do you want from me? It's just a number. 101 is also a number, as is 99, and 99 at least looks a bit like someone getting bumfucked.
So, one of our biggest fans asked us to do something a little different for our channel. By a little different, he meant something completely opposite to what we were currently doing. Jake, being a master of the English language that he is, interpreted us to mean me, persuaded me to take on this project all by myself. So here I am doing something different. A mini review of the latest Zelda game. And by latest, I mean the one that was released about a year ago. For this review, I borrowed Jake's copy of A Link Between Worlds. By borrowed, I mean I stole and then carefully placed back without him knowing. Thankfully, Jake's room looks like it was raided by the CIA, then the KGB, before being invaded by North Korea, so that made swiping it a little bit easier. After beating the game in 3 days, I can say without hesitation that A Link Between Worlds is hands down the best Zelda game I have ever played. Granted, I haven't played very many, and none of the more recent titles, but since they're on the way, I'm going to assume that those are crap because of motion controls. And I know I'm right because Yancey told me I was. One of two big departures between this game and past Zelda titles is the ability to rent items right off the bat, meaning those big chests and dungeons now hold something mysterious inside. This is way better than getting them in boring old chests from past games. Remember how you felt getting a hookshot or the bow in the past couple of Zelda titles? Weren't too excited, were you? You've already used those weapons dozens of times, so why should you be ecstatic? Getting old weapons in a chest is like opening a present on Christmas morning, only to discover it's the exact same thing you got last year. Oh sweet, the same pair of underwear I got last year. Even has the exact same stain I can't get out. Thanks, Master Jacob. But now with everything at our disposal at the outset, we can tackle any dungeon in any order. Well, all except for one, but who cares? We're finally given the freedom we deserve in this Zelda title. So much so I was surprised this game wasn't made in America. The second big surprise Between Worlds throws at you is the ability to phase into walls. Essentially, Link turns into wallpaper and you stick to walls like balls to your leg on a hot summer day. You can use this to avoid attacks, but it's mostly used for solving puzzles and traversing the landscape. Though it seems like a simple gimmick at first, it really changes the way you look at the world. You're no longer limited to walking on the ground like some peasant farmer. Now you can travel in style, as long as your energy meter doesn't deplete. Speaking of which, all your items run on energy now. There's no more magic pots to be searching for. This is way better since energy replenishes automatically, though it's odd that a hookshot uses energy. I mean, is pushing a button really that hard? I guess for Link it is. Despite all this awesomeness, A Link Between Worlds fails to create an interesting world for you to explore. In fact, they just copy and pasted A Link to the Past world onto this game. Even all the secrets are in the exact same place. This was a huge disappointment and probably bothered me more than most, since I'm reviewing this just after we finished our Let's Play. But why, in a game about adventure and exploration, am I traversing across the same place I did 20 years ago on the Super Nintendo? Did they think that we wouldn't notice? Or maybe they just got lazy at the last minute and decided to turn in a copy of A Link to the Past map as new and hope Shigeru Miyamoto wouldn't notice. Do I even need to mention the story at this point? It's almost a carbon copy of A Link to the Past as well. Though considering how much variety Zelda stories usually have, I bet most of you would even care to notice. I feel like this is a huge waste of great potential, much in the same way my father feels about me. A Link Between Worlds deserves something unique, not a plot that's been rehashed for almost every game since 1987. Instead, we get the same stale story that wouldn't even be interesting in the last decade, much less this one. Even with these niggling criticisms, I still think this is the best and most refreshing Zelda game available, and won't hesitate to recommend it to everyone, especially those who have never played A Link to the Past, since everything will feel brand new to you. After playing this game, I'm actually looking forward to the next Zelda game for once in my life. If you're a fan of Zelda games, you owe it to yourself to try this game out. Hey sexy viewers, thanks for watching our video. If you like this and are looking for something similar yet different, feel free to check out our other videos. And if you hated this video, you should still check out our other videos because they're completely different. If you're feeling generous, give us a like and subscribe. Plus, Jake beats me if we don't get new subscribers every day. I'm tired of telling my coworkers I fell down the stairs, especially because they keep laughing. Ha ha ha, fell. I should become a comedian. Yeah, and funny jokes like that hurt more than the beatings, so subscribe for me, and if we ever meet, I'll buy lunch. Maybe. I'll definitely say hi, and perhaps make a bit of small talk about how awesome Mega Man is or something, before tapping my wrist and saying I have to be somewhere else, like anywhere but here.